السلام على الحسين وعلى علي بن الحسين وعلى أولاد الحسين وعلى أصحاب الحسين.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created this system a long time ago. If I just separate the word intelligence from artificial, that intelligence is normally translated as aql or zahanat it's different words in different languages. This aql was created a long time ago. The zahanat or the zehen or mind has been given to us by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala thousands of years ago to all the human beings. And this process of technology, what we are seeing now, is happening in our minds all the time and has been happening for a while. So we gather all the information in our limited lifetime in the places that we process it, and then we are able to make those decisions. To explain what artificial intelligence is, just put the word artificial before that or masnu'i before that. And this is what humans, in their pursuit of reaching Kamal, again, without the lutf of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that's not possible. So Allah has enabled us to reach that Kamal, that rushd, where we're able to move towards something which is already present, but in a man-made way. So now we've got the same aql, or same zahanat with the word artificial before it. And we're using computers and servers and different devices to still get all that information in and be able to use that information. Now, human lifespan is limited. We know that 80 years, 90 years, you can only gather certain amounts of data. We know that a human geographical span is limited as well, so he can only gather data from the places and the environment that he is present in. But artificial intelligence, when we start to make use of machines, then the machines are much more powerful because of their capacity, because of their processing power, because of, again, the human putting in more and more resources inside those machines. It becomes a lot more powerful than the mind that we have. It's still the same mind that has created that artificial intelligence. So you can imagine the power inside the mind as well. But everyone contributing a little bit together has created this giant technology monster, I would say, called artificial intelligence. So we have, the common uses are, the most common word is ChatGPT. As we say, it's a huge database of information. You go in and ask any question, and it will bring you all sorts of answers in all sorts of different languages. That's the basic use. But if we start to put, that's something you are interacting with. So you're asking. So ChatGPT is something that we are interacting with, and there are lots more of these generative AI solutions we are interacting with. But imagine if that information is put into a device, into something like a robot or into something which is an electronic piece of equipment, and it's able to do things itself. I also like to mention that what we are seeing right now in AI was developed at least 20 years ago. So today, what you see is the result of something that was being developed 20 years ago. AI has got a lot more potential, and what is being developed right now, you will be able to see in a much more shorter span of time, which could be 4 to 5 years of what is about to come. That's how technology works. The computers that you see doesn't get created just a week before, a few years before. The concept starts maybe sometimes from fiction as well, and then it goes on into developing something which will come out into the public. So where is artificial intelligence being used right now? Virtually in every subject possible. Because wherever you can see there is information being generated, whether it's the field of medical science, where a patient data, they have been with a doctor for the last 20 years, and they've seen their progress, their medicines, and all sorts of things. Based on that, they are able to predict future decisions. Financial industries, where you have seen trends and information for the past few years, that is all gathered in a database, and you're able to make decisions. So every field that you can think of, even media, maybe there are lots of news and information that we can't remember. Physically, the mind can't remember all that things. But you have all that media available within the databases which you can refer to, and based on that, decide what are you going to do in future on that media. So I can give you a lot more sort of examples, but these are all the basics of artificial intelligence. We're just using data. The world where it is going is the use of robotics technologies and putting artificial intelligence and that information into devices. So consider your refrigerators, your cars, your mobile phones, the aeroplanes, or any other device that has an electronic capability of storing data can have all that information, and it works on sensors. So if you go into a certain situation, the machine knows from the information that this situation has been reached, and this is the result, or this is the action that this particular machine needs to take based on the information that we have. So that is what's coming. And if I just summarize it, you can imagine this as a human being, as a artificial human being, which has all that information multiple times of what you have in your minds, and able to take all those decisions like a human being can do, and at a much more faster rate, and with much more accuracy than that is possible. So we know that artificial intelligence is coming, and it's going to be a really complicated way of working, because you will have humans working alongside machines. And this is not something that is old. This has already happened. We have in the UK or in the West, you have robotic vacuum cleaners, for example. As soon as a dirt piece falls onto ground, the vacuum cleaner will comes out and clean the space. So that's an application on a household type of use. So it is going to come, and it is going to be much more faster and accurate than human beings. What are the risks, and what do we need to be aware of? This is the key point which I'd like you all to focus on, and then I'll come to what can we do as a community around it. The risk over here is, the number one risk is awareness. So we understand exactly what's going on. It's impossible for you to just stay in your own bubble and do all your things. Whether you're a student, whether you're a professional, whether you are a scholar, in any field, you need to understand how is artificial intelligence going to impact your field, what is happening right now, and what is coming in the future. And the limitations of AI, if you see that all of the tools that we use, it always says that there is 99.9% accuracy. Because the AI is based on an algorithm, it will look at all the information and come up with the best result possible. So there is still that human element in there, one, to run the AI solutions, and the other to figure out that error, and also from inputs that AI sensors are not able to detect. As humans, we are able to continuously take sources of information from everywhere. The AI machine is limited to the information that is stored in it, and to what the sensors have been programmed to take the information in. So there's still a huge scope of the human beings, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I asked this question to our Akil the other day, that can we actually create an artificial aql, or is it not possible? And his answer was that it is possible with the lutf of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but there always be this fine line where the human being is the ahsanul makhluk, is the best of the makhlooks and the best people to take all this technology forward. So there's nothing to worry about that it will replace everything, but we have to be aware of what is happening, and in our areas specifically, how we benefit and how we take care of what's going on. How do we take this forward in our own communities? Our Safar Jaffri talked about an AI initiative coming forward. We hear that the countries are coming up with AI acts and laws and guidances for their own sort of communities. And unfortunately, the UK one has recently come out and is still under debate, but European economic area have got an AI Act already, and they're analyzing all the different industries and coming up with standards of how AI can be used in a responsible way. It's a very difficult topic, so it's not going to be quick, but this is something what we need to do in our community, come up with this. We have social media guidance, a lot of them in our communities. This is good to post in social media, and this is not to go post in social media. We have lots of other do's and don'ts in our community. I think the IT professionals need to get together with the organizations, and we come up with AI guidance in terms of how is it going to impact you, and what is your responsibility, and how do you interact with AI. Other thing I would like to sort of emphasize on is all of us, I think it's our responsibility to think from a creation mindset. Most of us over here right now are users of AI. We are very happy that something gets created and we want to become the first user. The latest technology comes out and we say that, oh, we are using the technology. We need to get into the creation mindset, that how can this thing be created? The more of us can do that, the more we will be able to dominate in that area and put all the good things which is required for AI. The next one is about ethical use of AI. Whenever something develops, there's always a right use and a wrong use of it. As the followers of the Ahlulbayt, the akhlaq side of things, the ethical and moral values are super important for us. We don't use anything for the sake of ourselves. It has to follow certain guidelines. It has to follow the parameters that we have available. So inshallah, within this AI guidance, and I'll come to what we are doing for that at the moment, but there needs to be these ethical guidance, the do's and don'ts of artificial intelligence. The time has come now, brothers and sisters, like we used to contact lawyers for legal problems, we used to contact medical professionals and doctors for our injuries and illnesses. I think it's time to contact the IT professionals as well. Don't take this lightly. People are putting their data inside their mobile phones. They're taking pictures and putting on social media, and they're uploading a lot of things in ChatGPT and other tools. I'm sure you will have some sort of technology professionals around you. Seek their guidance and talk to them. Is this good? Cybersecurity is becoming a very important field. Find these professionals around you and ask them for guidance before you interact with these computers. And just lastly, and this is a living example, so in the UK, we created a group called Jaffri IT Professionals. Alhamdulillah, there's more than 800 people in this group, purely based in the UK only, and with all sort of experts and guidances in there. I urge all of you to, in your own communities, in your own countries, create, and it can only start with a WhatsApp group. You don't need to have any other system. So in your own communities, create Jaffriya IT professionals, create Jaffriya finance professionals, create Jaffriya medical professionals. So all these professionals can come together. They are the mind of your community. They are the experts in technology, and they will be able to guide you when a question comes in, and they produce guidance which is used for public benefit as well. And if anyone wants to seek help in how to organize one of these groups, then do let us know, and we can help you in how we work. So just to end on that note, I know there's lots of fear around artificial intelligence, that it's going to change the world, and it's going to have a big impact on our lives as well. That fear exists and it's there, but it's not something that cannot be overcome. I'd like to remind you of Imam Hussain alayhi salam, the shrine that we are part of. We have one Misbahul Huda and one Safinatul Najat. Any problems or any good that comes in, it all comes through the Ahlulbayt alayhi salam, and the Ahlulbayt alayhi salam refer to Imam Hussain. We are here in the name of Imam Hussain alayhi salam. We are united. Hussain is the symbol of unity. Inshallah, to tackle something like artificial intelligence and any other challenges that will come, we will use the Ark of Salvation. We will follow the guidance provided to us by the Ahlul Bayt, by our respected scholars, and inshallah, we will be able to tackle this. We are at your service. Inshallah, the communication methods are defined. If we can be of any help or guidance, we will be able to serve at your convenience, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.